Welcome back. Turns out we didn't call it a day after all.
Yeah, apparently we're tied into some kind of contract with Mad Max.
Are we?
We've got to continue it.
Bloody hell. Poor Mad Max.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've just got a message on the screen. No. Let's not read that message.
What?
No, it's alright.
Richard, focus on what you're doing, not your phone.
Well, it was a message from someone that needs to be forgotten.
Ah. Well, forget them then and come on. Next question.
No, but they're trying to start the conversation, that's the problem. So now they've just seen I've read the message because it was on a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So now they've seen I've read the message, now they're going to be waiting for a reply. Oh no, hang on, I've lost the page. That one. You got to bear in mind this is 45 questions and we're on question number... Hang on, I lost the page. We're on question 32. What did you want to do when you were growing up?
Lots of things. Actor. That's about it, actually. I think I wanted to be an actor when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Or an engineer, like something to do with cars and like engines and things. Is that quite interesting?
I always wanted to be a train driver. Up until I was about 12.
So what changed?
I wanted to be a farmer.
Well, bloody hell, your dream got worse. It was bad enough. But
trains are... I love Thomas the Tank Engine though, so I just wanted to be a train driver.
I like trains. But farmer, where'd that come from?
I have no idea. I just remember going downstairs, going halfway down the stairs. So our stairs were on the living room. So we were going halfway downstairs and going, Dad, I don't want to be a train driver anymore. I want to be a farmer. And then going back up the stairs. That was the conversation.
So how's that dream going?
I'm still no closer to being a farmer now than I was
Wait,
10 years ago.
No. You can drive a forklift now.
I can't.
What? I thought you had a licence.
No, I had a license. Right, so what happened was the company I worked for gave me a forklift licence, but they kept hold of the licence. Then the guy that trained me gave me his number, but I lost it.
Right.
So because I lost his number, he couldn't send me a copy of my licence.
Ah.
So the company that is now non-existent, basically, I think they're down to about 10 shops. So what happened was they were started by two brothers. They expanded quite quickly. They did quite well. They were brought out by a Dutch company who ran the company into the ground. Then the two brothers bought it back for I think about a tiny percentage of what it was originally worth. They brought it back. Then they redid the business. I joined with the August. Oh, I joined in the June. And then by the August, they closed down the business. They went from 90 shops to 30 overnight.
Cool.
So I remember getting a phone call from my boss, Danny, going, Tom, you know you're due in tomorrow? I was like, yeah. He goes, there's no job for you to come back to. I was like, what do you mean? You sent me to Leicester to pick up some stock to take to you, and you and the other guy, who was a Scottish lad, I can't remember his name now. I think it was Martin. It was Martin. And Martin said to me, we've done £4,000 today, we've beat our weekly target just today. You called me up at 9 o'clock at night and gone, there's no job. What are you on about? So we met up that night down the local, and he's gone to me, Tom, what happened was these guys came in and they went, we're taking all your stock. And I went to them, I've got the key to the safe, there's £4,000 sitting in there, I'm taking that for my staff unless you can guarantee us we've got some redundancy money coming our way. And they went, hold your horses, mate. Let me call the boss. So they called the big guys upstairs and they went, yeah, don't worry, you'll get your redundancy money, blah, 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 blah. And then he called me up. And he gave me the keys and just walked out the shop and they took all the stock and left. Alright, that was it.
Did you get your redundancy money?
I did in the end. It took me 6 months.
That's stupid, isn't it?
Well, it's redundancy money, you know. The business...
To them it's redundant.
Well, that was it. So I've forgotten my trail of thought for that. Where was I going with this? Forklift, yep. So anyway, so when they went redundant, I lost the number for the guy that gave me the licence. Because if I'd have got hold of him, and I've had the licence, and I've been doing forklift driving for the next 3 years of my career, earning £11 an hour doing it in a warehouse. Just running around with a forklift.
Maybe you should get your forklift licence renewed then.
No, because I'd rather get a LGV licence. And earn £30,000 a year for doing it.
I thought you wanted a HGV licence.
No, because that's old British terminology for it. It's the same thing as an LGV. LGV is large goods vehicles. HGV is heavy goods vehicles. Heavy goods vehicles is the British term for it. Large goods vehicles is the EU term for it.
bugger the EU.
Well,
I'm British.
2017 twin. That's the year you can vote to fuck off out the EU. Which is where my vote's going, to be fair.
Well, out the EU.
Out the EU.
Like,
I think we're better off out the EU. Because Brussels...
There are certain reasons why I see we should get out of it, but I see more reasons why we should stay in it. Well, maybe not more, but certainly more potent. I guess would be.
No, because I'm fed up of Brussels.
I got 6 fucking 3 stars for that.
That
took me 10 minutes to lose 3 stars last time.
You know, Brussels make the rules on how loud your Hoover's allowed to be legally.
What?
Brussels, yep, there's laws on how loud your Hoover is.
And how loud can it be?
I have no idea on the decibels.
I'd love to know.
But, and how... Don't you remember a big news story a while ago? The EU introduced new laws on how much energy your Hoover can consume.
No.
Yep, there was all that, and Brussels are in control of how much energy your Hoover can consume because of green policies.
But surely that's a good thing. Surely we're trying to save the
Nope.
planet.
Fuck that, I'd rather a Hoover that sucked up fuck all, made lots of racket just to piss off the neighbours. Because my neighbours are dicks. Actually, I live with my parents, my neighbours are lovely. But when I was in my flat, my neighbours were dicks. You know, and it's things like that. It's petty laws, but we have no control over it, like our immigration policy. You know,
Fuck's sake.
the rules on immigration is you stop at the first safe country. Now, we're on the far west side of the EU. And we're an island. You have to cross water to get to us. We're not like the rest of Europe, which is landlocked. You could walk from Portugal to Norway.
Yeah.
You know,
That'd
on
be a
land.
hell of a trek.
It's a hell of. Don't get me wrong, it's a hell of a trek, but you can walk it.
It's easier normally just to get on the back of a lorry.
Yes, it is.
And go across
Now-
the Channel Tunnel.
Being part of the EU, when we first signed up to it in the 70s or whatever, seemed like a great thing to do. It seemed beneficial. I have no idea. I presume it was the 70s.
I thought it was not long after the war. What am I thinking of the UN?
And it doesn't matter, regardless. You know, and now it just doesn't sit. For me, I'm quite a patriot. If it doesn't feel very British, then I don't support it. You know, it has to.
UKIP, BNP.
I vote no, not BNP. No, not BNP. UKIP definitely, because the thing is with UKIP, they're all for British values, and they're what you call very right wing over here. Now, Conservatives are right wing, but then you have UKIP about a mile that way. That's how right wing UKIP are, and this is what pissed me off about the elections. Now, the elections are based on democracy, which are meant to be fair for everyone. Everyone has their say, but when 8 million people vote for a party, they get 1 seat. Now, the winning party only had 24 million votes.
Well, I understand that our political systems is broken completely.
Yeah, definitely.
But, I don't think UKIP's the answer to that.
No, I don't think UKIP's the answer, but I think the policies that UKIP said they were going to deliver, and it wasn't, their economy ideas wouldn't work. I'll give you that. Their ideas on the economy don't work, but they're all about British values, the traditional British values. That's why I voted for them, because I feel England slightly lost their ways because of being part of the EU, which Labour introduced.
See, I don't vote based on tradition. I base my thoughts on rational sort of smart, logical thinking, as opposed to going with whatever we used to do and sticking with it.
No, it's not. No, but I like.
Put it this way, I don't want to get into political debate about this because one, I can't remember most of UKIP's policies.
I can't either, but
I remember there was quite a few I disagreed with.
Yeah.
But
no, like I said,
I'd want to distance myself as much as possible from UKIP, and if our country was being governed by UKIP, I'd see it's only going to make me want to leave more. Put it that way.
Who did you vote for in the last election?
Well, I didn't, first of all.
You didn't vote?
What's the point of voting for using a system that doesn't work to begin with? I don't want any of the parties to win. They're all fucking broken in their own way. And the only ones that actually do sound like they have any sort of intelligence about them are going to be pushed down by others, or going to have to, give in to smarter choices. I'd like the Green Party to be in, but some of their green policies are just, irrational and too fucking, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but it's just over the top. So there's no party which truly represents anyone perfectly. So to vote for a system, so you have to vote for which one was closer. But I know that any party that gets in will always have to bend to become a compromise amongst all the other parties. That's the problem with using democracy as a way of governing.
So
you have to listen to everyone's opinion. Everyone has a say. Well, most people are fucking idiots, and those aren't fit to be able to think of what they want and have their own say.
So you want Lib Dem? They're very much in the
middle. Before they were in, I was all about Lib Dem.
Do you know what,
but then they were crippled by Tory, overpowering and strong arm.
Do you know what? I don't think.
And then they just became a nothing party.
I don't think it was Tories that fucked them over. I think it was Nick Clegg going, "Yep, we stand for this," but we had to vote for what the Conservatives wanted.
Exactly. They had to give in on so many things they were voting in on.
I think it was just Nick Clegg wasn't a competent enough leader for the party. Because,
basically.
They went from 56 seats to get to get a joint majority with the Conservatives coalition to 8.
Yeah.
Now, if your party was if you had a competent leader that stood up for what they wanted, because the only thing he got through, now I might be wrong, the only thing he got through was the vote on the referendum on voting.
I think he got the minimum wage up.
He says he got the minimum wage up. Yeah, he fought for it because in the Conservatives it wasn't in their manifesto. But then again, he went, yeah, we want 10,000 by the time we leave. The Conservatives went, no, that's not enough. And they ended up with 10.5 by the time we left. So 6 of one, half a dozen the other, really. Yeah, you can say, yeah, we were the medium ground on the Conservatives. We held them back from a lot of their extreme views.
Yeah, but kind of not really.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. To me, I think the whole party system doesn't work as it is. No, we should go back to how the Greeks had it. Get the smartest men and women of the country to make the decisions of how things should be run.
Oh, what was it? Because the Greeks did it not that long ago. I can't remember what the fuck the terminology they used.
Greeks invented democracy.
No, yeah, the Greeks invented democracy, but I had a term where they hired intellectuals, because when the Greeks first, Greeks joined the EU. Now, then the Greeks.
Are you talking about modern Greece? I'm talking about ancient Greece.
I'm talking about modern Greece. Now, the Greeks.
Well, then this needs to sort of be over to next episode.
Okay, we'll put that in next episode. Whenever you've finished.
Well, just start now because I'm not in a mission at the moment.
Oh, okay. All right then. Right, see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time.
Technocracy, that's the word.